Hey guys, what's up? Daniel here, bringing you a TF2 live commentary and continuing our summer update coverage. And today we are going to be looking at perhaps one of the things I'm most excited for in this update. The quick fix got another buff. I know, the quick fix already has a ridiculous amount of perks. Like, if you actually think about it, before we even look at the newly added update, what this weapon provides, you've got a faster heal rate on this, you've got a faster uber charge rate. The uber charge itself lets you heal everyone very quickly and you all regenerate lots of health, which is really beneficial. You run at the same speed as the person that you are healing. You also, if someone rocket jumps, you go into the air with them. That's a large number of perks for this medigun, and still, despite all that, no one really uses it. It's always been my medigun of choice, but most people just do not want to use the quick fix. They hate the lack of an actual uber, the lack of crits on it. That has always been a huge problem for people, and they just don't use this weapon because of that. But with the newly added update, the quick fix got something that no one really asked for, but is amazing all nonetheless. The quick fix gives overheal now. It gives 50% overheal on your target. Now, and it still heals at the regular rate of a quick fix. So what this essentially means is that you can pop a quick bit of overheal on pretty much everyone when you're healing this up. Now this means that if you like look at it in terms of like a heavy or something, you can just give them an extra 75 health. Which is just great. Like, why isn't that a good thing? Like, if you just like, you can quickly like pop it on an engineer and you can just give them, I believe it's about, I have to work out my maths. Yeah, 25 extra health. And just like a standard engineer, if you just like pop this on him quickly, if you just leave it on in like a second too long, like when you're just trying to heal everyone, like that is great. My only problem with it is that because of this little bit of extra added overheal, it may actually encourage people more to try and pocket someone with the quick fix, which is not what this weapon is about. You want to heal absolutely everyone with this one, despite having that bit of overheal. So that is my only like kind of gripe with this. Apart from that, like, there's no real problem for this. Like, this is just a straight up upgrade to a medigun that already has just so much going for it. Like, if you just look at like the regular medigun or something, the only real benefit, if you compare that to the quick fix now, here's the benefit. It gives you 100% overheal, and the uber charge just gives invulnerability. But that's really it. There's nothing else kind of being done with it. If you look at the quick fix in comparison, there's just so many things going on that honestly, I'm not sure if this could be borderline overpowered now. I'm really not sure. It's too early to tell yet, but well, I've definitely seen the quick fix's like popularity go like up tenfold since it's up there. Like, pretty much every medic you encounter now on servers, they're all running the quick fix. Everyone wants to try this thing out because it's insane. Like, it really is. One of the biggest gripes everyone's always had with the quick fix is there's no overheal on it. There is now overheal on it. It's only a small amount of overheal, but you don't need loads of overheal because you're switching targets all the time. It's the quick fix. You're trying to heal everyone. You're not pocketing. It is just an extra perk just being added to what is, in my opinion, an already fantastic weapon. So I'm really, really not sure if this is just going to be just overpowered or not. It's going to take us a while. Like, maybe there'll be a future patch just to kind of tweak things even further following this patch. So I really, really just don't know about this weapon. It's like there is just so many things going for it now. And also, one thing I've even noticed, that normally the quick fix is kind of taken as like a support medigun. Like, generally what you do is, if there is already a medic on your team that's running the standard medigun or the crit streak, generally you take the quick fix on top of that. There's no need to be building up two invulnerabilities or invulnerability and a crits. You only really ever need one. And having the quick fix there is kind of like that, he'll be that heal everybody guy, which is really good to see. You can also like switch it up with the vaccinator now as well. They're both kind of heal everybody miniguns. Well, mediguns. But now having this bit of extra overheal and having the potential to just pocket people just a little bit because of the faster heal rate, you can actually take the quick fix medigun now as a standalone medigun. You don't need to actually just have that regular medigun or the crit streak there. It can stand on its own now with this bit of extra overheal and the fact that it's just got so many things going for it, which is just crazy to think, because like, this could change like everything in how we think about support medics in TF2. And I know for most people don't even think about support medics. Most people, it's just like, it's a medic, they'll heal people, that's kind of it. I'm kind of more into the whole idea of support medics, a medic that helps the other medic who will do the prime and bulk of the pushing. This could really change things for that whole kind of role as support medics, because a quick fix medic could potentially be your prime medic for the team now. He could be the guy that is mounting that push, that is charging everyone in the battle, and it is because of that bit of extra overheal and that really fast heal rate. And also, something I have to mention as well, if you pop your uber charge as well now, you actually regenerate health on your own just as fast as you would when you have a target. Basically what this means is, if you're about to die or something, if you're about to go down, you can just pop your Uber and you regenerate your health in an instant. You don't have to have a target with you, which is also kind of nice, because that's an issue that I always just kind of had, where I would just like kind of fall victim and die flat in my face when my when my buddy or my pocket just kind of died on me. It's like, now you don't have to worry about that, because you're just going to be regenerating health with that as well. And also, another really big perk for this minigun, and something I'm going to be trying out with Stuart in a future commentary, well, very soon in the future, in fact, the shortstop got a buff that increases actually the heal rate on it. Now, coupled with the amount of things that this minigun now has going for it, this is really going to encourage pocket scouts. It honest to God is. Because with the shortstop now on a scout, you have an extra plus 20% heal rate, bringing it up to a plus 60% heal rate. You also have the overheal on it. You can take it with the pocket pistol as well to give you a really fast, really overhealed scout that will on average have 210% health. You'll be running at the same speed as them as well. That's insane. That's really cool. That's going to bring a whole like range of medics that are actually just playing for pocket scouts now. That's going to be really cool to see. I'm really excited to try that out with Stuart later. That's something I really just... it's really cool to see, because pocket scouts, you just don't get enough of them. You really don't. There's not enough incentive for it. This is a huge incentive for it. It honest to God is. Also, there is someone running in my face now. I have no idea where he's gone, but he's there somewhere. There's a spy back there. I can feel it. It is just insane the amount of things that this weapon has now got, though. You may have noticed that, you see, look how far forward we are just with this one heavy now. There's no reason for us to be this far forward, but we are here because we can. Like, this soldier is pocketing off a lot of rockets on him. I can now just potentially overheal him. A sentry is in his face, and so is a heavy with a minigun. We got out of that okay, though. Like, we are taking a lot of damage. He's probably going to die here, though, because I kind of brought it off him a bit there. And they do seem to be pushing him. Yeah, there's a new wave coming out of spawn. Well, actually, no, he's not even going down yet. We're actually still causing an awful lot of damage. This is just ridiculous. Normally, like, you'd only be able to accomplish this with a pocket heavy and a regular minigun return, or the crit screen, because you would need that invulnerability. You would need to have the crits there. You can do this with the quick fix now. That's pretty cool. That, honest to God, is. And this is the whole idea behind this update. Well, I believe it to be the idea behind it. They're trying to make it more accessible once again. You now have even more options for playing a standard medic. The quick fix is now, in the eyes of many people, it's actually going to be viable now. It was always viable for me, but a lot of people never really felt that way. Like, looking at the usage statistics, I believe it was only 15% that actually used the quick fix, which isn't particularly great. In fact, I think it was actually less than that. I may have actually made up that statistic. Forget I said anything there. But in general, a lot of people really shunned this weapon. No one really used it. And now, thanks to this little bit of a perk that it didn't even need, that's going to just provide enough incentive for some players to actually pick up the quick fix and just discover how awesome it is, really. Which is, I'm really just happy to see. This weapon's going to have a lot of new life in it, much like the L'Étranger at the moment. It's just fantastic to see, it really is. So now, let's kind of focus on a game a bit. Let's see how much we can actually do with a quick fix if we focus on what we're actually doing rather than trying to discuss the weapon itself. And maybe we'll get into a bit of a shoutcast here. We've actually got a guy with the disciplinary action here. It's kind of speeding us up as well. That has received no new updates as part of this whole huge update. But what are you going to do? Not everything will change. The disciplinary action, I believe, is one of those things that could also use that bit of extra incentive just to get people to pick it up. Because it is an already great weapon in itself. But it's just not enough having that speed boost for people. Like, it's always lived in the escape plan's shadow, which has now been nerfed in itself to provide the mark for death. So maybe that will encourage people to use it a bit more. Once again, this update is just trying to, in general, make things more accessible. And now, let us focus on our team composition. We've actually got 2 combat engineers on our team. Actually, a regular engineer, in fact. I don't know what he's going to be planning here, but we have a combat engineer with him. We have 2 heavies on our team. We have a couple of snipers dotted about the place, and a pyro who is really rearing to go here. I think the snipers are here just in general to try out the new Darwin's Danger Shield. The fact that it offers some bullet resist now, which is kind of nice to see. But we are not here to talk about that right now. We are charging right out of the gate, and this heavy, right off the bat, is taking out a few targets. We have already broken through their initial defense right off the bat here at their point at spawn. Well, spawn for us, even. And the bomb is now pushing nice and steadily forward. I haven't spotted their own sentry on their engineer. We may have already taken out, and I just failed to spot it, but it is definitely about there. I've definitely heard the clicks of it. A spy trying to come in and take out the heavies there, but he is no match for us. Our team is really just actively playing together and really just sticking together here. I'm amazed that's not a spy heavy over there, by the way, but apparently it's not. He's genuinely staying up there. He's not sure what he's doing himself, but the cart is definitely going. Our team is really sticking together here. We seem to be going for a steamroll here. If we can get through this point, and I haven't really set up many sentries, we are good to win this game. A Pyro desperately coming out in vain, trying to kill us, take us all out. But no good. It is an M1 Pyro against a team of 6 people that are all together. He does not stand a chance here. We are going to pop the Overheal because we can, because we are coming out of this choke point here. We could probably just use a bit of extra Overheal, just maybe pop it up, get it on all of our players, just in case there was something here. It was kind of worth popping that. Indeed, there was nothing actually here. The main sentry, I believe, yep, it is up on that generic sentry post up there, and it is no match for Heavy, who takes it clean out, wiping out their only sentry post. The cart is almost at the final point now, and they have just not stood a chance. We've just steamrolled them here. We really have. We have the offensive presence. We have the quick fix forward to just tear through them, and they were no match for our might. And this is just the newfound power of quick fix, and hopefully more people will actually realise this power of the quick fix. It is a medigun that needs to get more use, because I've always said I've been an advocate of it. It is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this medigun, and having this bit of extra overheal, hopefully many more people will realise that they love it too. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you continue to enjoy our TF2 Summer update coverage. If you haven't seen the previous video, it was me looking at the battalion's backup, looking at the whole rage meter changes and how you actually collect that rage, and how it's generally a good thing for TF2 and that weapon. Coming up for our update coverage, going to be doing some quick fix and shortstop combination with Stuart in a live commentary, Pocket Scout and how it's actually encouraging the game. That was a lot of fun to do. And we're going to be looking at the Dead Ringer and how it is changing the meta game for Spy, how it's going to be encouraging the Invis Watch and things like the Left Ranger to actually be used once again, which is great to see. You might even get a bit of Cloak and Dagger in that one, because this has been a huge change to Dead Ringer. So we'll be looking at it in a future video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, and thank you for watching.